So you practice blocking Brian's snake edge and you learn to deal with it like this. Well, that's great, that's really great, but you still have 21 other characters to go. I'll show you who they are, what type of snake edge they have, and how to deal with them.
Fight!
Now first of all, what is a snake edge? Well, I have a whole video about this on my channel, so check that out. I'll put a link to it in the description. To summarize, it's a low launcher, so if Brian hits me here, he can launch me. And the catch is that it's reactable, so every time it does it, I can react to it, just because it's so slow. Like this, you see? Now the snake edges are split up into two types. You have the leg sweeps and you have the arm sweeps. So leg sweeps, you have Brian's down forward 3, which is like your OG snake edge. And then for arm sweeps, you have, for example, Paul's full crouch down forward 1+2, which also launches like this. So for leg sweeps, you have a lot of characters with this really generic snake edge, just like Brian's, which you just need to learn to block, you need to punish, and then you're okay. All these generic snake edges are launch punishable, so I can use my launching while standing move to punish Brian here. But I can also, if you want to be cool, you can delayed hop kick him for even more damage. The next part of this video are clips of all the characters with this generic low leg sweep and also how fast they start up. It's generally 26 frames or faster. There are a few characters with special properties on their leg sweeps. So Anna over here, she has a snake edge, it's down back 3. But the thing is, it's only -17. This means most characters can just punish it normally, but Heihachi over here has a new move in Season 3, which is while standing 3, 1+2. It's 18 frames, so he cannot do this move. He has to do while standing 1 into Iron Hand. And that makes a lot of difference. Now, Dragunov is special in two ways. First of all, his snake edge only launches on clean hit, so if I stand close to him it launches, you can see the clean hit there. But if I stand far enough away like this, then it won't launch, so its range is actually really not good. The second thing is he can cancel his snake edge in a throw. So if I duck to block the snake edge, I'll get thrown. So now you're thinking like, yeah, that's pretty good. Well, it's actually not that good, because you can punish both the throw and the blocked snake edge with the same rhythm. So if he does the throw and I go into while standing, then he can't throw me. If I do my while standing punisher, well, he'll get punished. So if I do these two on the same rhythm, you'll actually beat both options. Like this. Eddie over here has always been a kind of irritating fella. Look at him dancing. Well, his snake edge, which is 3 till the 4, is also pretty irritating. Well, why? If I try to punish it normally, you'll see my kick goes over him and I'll get block punished for this. How can you defeat this? Well, it's not with all characters, but you have like Kazuya's while standing 2 also goes just straight over him. And then Heihachi, probably other characters, you need to test it out. If you want to punish this, you can delay your punish. So like this, if you wait a few seconds, but it's pretty hard. See, this one whiffed. This one also whiffed. Yeah, this one was too late. So it's not easy, but it's doable. Other punishers like Kazuya's while standing 2, they are a bit faster, so it's easier to connect with them. If I were you playing Heihachi, I would say, yeah, go with crouch cancel electrics if you have great execution. Otherwise, just go with while standing 1 into Iron Hand, because that's easier, more consistent, and yeah, you don't have to delay it. It's just a normal punisher. So I just showed you how Eddie's snake edge went under my while standing 3 1+2, which is Oh, which is mid. Well, Lily over here, she actually crushes in her snake edge. So if she does jab into her snake edge, which is this, you see, if she does that and I go for a back 4, which is mid, then this happens. She goes straight under it. Well, if I, down forward 1 also, if you're not timing it right, then it goes under it. If you do it fast, then you'll clip her. So yeah, that's really dangerous and really frustrating because she's not only like doing this move you should be blocking, she's also crushing high hitbox mid. Now there are some characters with a snake edge from a stance, and over here has both. So she can do down back 3, which is her normal snake edge. Then she has Chaos Judgment, which is back 3, and she goes with 4 into her snake edge. So this one is different in the way that it's not -17, but Heihachi can actually just... Oh, sorry, Heihachi can actually just punish this. Like this. Eddie also has 2 snake edges, so you had 3 tilde 4, but he also has one from handstand, which is forward 1+2, and if you do 3 tilde 4 then he goes into his other snake edge. His other one has the same block property, so if I do this and you want to block punish it, you will with your while standing tree with Heihachi. This one you probably know, but maybe you don't know that it's reactable. So Harang is spamming, he goes in left flamingo or right flamingo and he snake edges you. Well, it's with left flamingo into down 4, like this, or right flamingo into down 3. Sorry, like this. Now this one you might not know, I didn't know until recently. Miguel also has a leg sweep from stance, a snake edge. So if you go into savage stance, which is 3+4, and then down back 4, he also has a snake edge. And then you have Safinaz. Well, she has, from her scarecrow, she has down forward 3-3. This looks like a 2-hit, but it actually, I think it trips on the first hit. So if you get hit by this, you can't block it anymore, and if you block it on the first hit, she gets staggered. So it's actually a 1 hit with a double input. It's nothing special. There are 2 characters who I think have a more special snake edge. Alyssa over here, she can go into Clockwork, which is a stance that is not used very much. It is from while standing 3, she goes into Clockwork, and then she can do 2 moves, which is while standing 3-3, which is a fast mid, and then you have a 4 that comes out. No, sorry, while standing 3 down 3, which is actually the snake edge. Why is it a snake edge? Well, you can combo from it. Yeah, and then finisher, whatever you want. Now the catch here is that she yells when she does the move. So she yells and she goes for the mid. The mid is way faster than the low. So what you do is when she yells, you react to it and you block low. The mid comes out so fast that you cannot react in time to get hit by the mid. So that's really nice. Like this. And I'm always blocking low when she yells. And then you have an option select. This is actually what an option select is. The second one and also the last one of the leg sweeps is Lei. He has this stance called Sitting Snake, which you can reach with down back 1. And from down back 1 he can go in down back 1-1, which is this move, and down back 1-4, which is the snake edge. Now the snake edge is really fast, it's 24 frames. So you can say like 24 frames, yeah, I reset everything higher than 23 frames is really, is actually seeable, but you're playing online and I don't think it's that easy. I think it's more like 26 frames that is the limit. Well, Lei's one is 24 frames, but this is, this is from a stance, so you know he only has 2 moves, and based on the animation and the difference in animation, I think you can really check what move is coming. So he has down back 1-4. You see his legs go way up at the start, and then you have down back 1 into 1, and you see him not putting his legs up. So if you want to block them, you'll see his legs come up and you can block it. So I recorded both moves, and I'm going to check whether after the stance he puts his legs up or not. If he puts his legs up, I'm going to block low. So I block this one, I block this one, This one I didn't block. I mean, I also blocked, but it was mid. So yeah, this is reactable because it's from a stance, only 2 options, and you see his legs coming up. So the animation of the snake edge is really important. All the other ones, they mostly go really low with their body, and that's a tell for you to block low. Now we have had all the leg sweeps, now we go to the hand sweeps. Now the hand sweeps are all a bit special in their own way. So some can go from full crouch, some can only go from a crouch dash, some have a string involved, some can be cancelled. So I'm going to go over them one by one without having different chapters for them. Now you're playing against a green rank king player and he hasn't done anything else but grabbing you. He has been like doing this thing on your face. He loves to do this thing, and yeah, he's going for alley kicks all day. So he's standing range 3 to 4, and you think like he can't do anything here, right? And then, whoa, and then bam, choop, and you lose 65 damage. And you're thinking to yourself like, that was not a snake edge because it was with his hands. Now, after getting hit by it a few times, you finally understand that this actually is a snake edge. So you think, yeah, this thing is launch punishable, bam, and nothing happens. And bam, nothing happens. Now, you try while standing 4 and it hits. So you're thinking to yourself, no, this can't be the only thing I can do, right? Well, it is the only thing you can do because it's minus 11. It seems kind of cheap because he gets a launch and you only get, with Heihachi, it's 29 damage, which is quite good for a while standing 4, otherwise it's maybe 20 or 15 damage. What can you do? You actually need to learn, and you need to learn the animation because it's a really slow move. You need to react to it with a low parry. And then, oh, wrong combo, then you get a lot more damage just by going for the low parry. Now to explain to you what this move is so you can put it in practice mode, well, the move is full crouch down forward 1 from king. But actually, a lot of people think the move can only be done out of full crouch. So they say, yeah, if king goes in full crouch, you gotta watch out for the snake edge. Well, this move can also be done out of king's wave dash. So this thing. So don't listen to those people. If king is at range 3, he's probably just going to do the wave dash into the crouch dash into 1, and then you get this. Now this weird haired boy has a similar one. It's down forward 1+2, and as you can see here, it's also not punishable with launch punishable moves, even not minus 14. The only thing I can punish it with is a while standing 4-4. So yeah, you kind of need to try to low parry this thing. Now the other thing you can do, which is kind of irritating, is the fact that he can cancel it with holding back and then go for a mix-up or something. So you gotta watch out for that. Gigas over here also has a snake edge in full crouch down forward 2. Now the thing is, the difference with King and Paul, because it really looks like King and Paul's, is the fact that it's 28 frames rather than 32 frames. So the one of King and Paul are a bit slower, which gives you time to low parry. This one you can't really low parry on reaction, but the thing is launch punishable. So I can punish it with Heihachi's 18 frame while standing punisher, and the move is minus 18 frames. You cannot delayed hop kick it, but you can just, you can launch it. So Master Raven is for me not a well-known character, but what I do know is that she has a snake edge from her crouch dash, so quarter circle forward into 2. This thing is a launcher. First thing special about this is that it's only minus 16, so I cannot punish it with while standing 3. I can, however, do this. And the second thing special is that it's mid-cancelable, so she has this cancel that goes mid, so if you want to block it low, then you get hit by this, which is pretty hard. And it's minus 12, so you can punish it with minus 12 moves. Now, how do you deal with these both? Well, you gotta block low and then at the right timing just block mid, because you know she can cancel it into a mid. So you don't like try to see the mid, you just react with the low block into the mid block, and then you can always block both. So like this, it's a fuzzy guard. Now, oh, too slow. The hard part here is getting the punish right. So you have the low punish at the right moment, which I just missed, and then the mid punish, I didn't practice this a lot, is also something you gotta get. So this is really something you need to practice because it's not easy to do, as you can see. Miguel already had the snake edge from Savage down back 4, but he also has another one. So he's down back 1 is this move, it's 25 frames, and I wouldn't say it's reactable online. Maybe you can react to it, but I can't. And it gets this mini combo, which is only 37 damage. It only gets really annoying on the floor break stage because that headbutt at the end floor breaks. But this is not his snake edge. Now, where his move turns into a snake edge is if you hold it. So you can hold down back 1 and make him spin like this. So the normal down back 1 doesn't spin with this move, while the hold down back 1 does spin, so it becomes a snake edge, a proper snake edge. And this one is really reactable. So every time you see the down back 1 movement from Miguel, you better block, because if he holds it, you better learn yourself to start blocking, because if he holds it, it becomes a snake edge, and then you can react to it and punish it with your best while standing punch. For Yoshi, you probably know this move, full crouch, hold down forward into 1, which is his low unblockable. Well, in no sword stance, which you can get to with 2+3, it becomes a snake edge. So you do this move, bam, and here you can block it. And if you block it, it's -16. So, you gotta make sure that if you record this, you go to record and then go into no sword stance and then do the thing. Because if he goes out of the record function, he always takes back his sword. So you do this, then you block it, and you see it's not -18 because that's not a punish, but this is a punish because it's -16. Now the thing is, he can do this, but he also has a string there where he goes into down forward 1, 2, which is a second low, so he can mix you up, and if you try to punish the first one, you get interrupted, and it kind of hurts. But the second one is, I think, -12, so you can punish it with while standing force, or you can low parry in between the moves. Now, if you're playing against a bit of a good Yoshi player, then you can forget everything about this, because Yoshi in no sword stance, he has this move, full crouch down forward 3, which is a long range 18 frame or 19 frame low launcher. So we will never do this move, I think. I'm not a Yoshi player, but I don't think there is a reason to do this really short range slow snake edge rather than going for the low range fast low launcher. So you can kind of forget about this. Now, Safinaz has a snake edge in down back 1+2, which puts her into Mantis stance. In Mantis she can block, so this one gets blocked, which means it's not -18, so I have to punish it with while standing 1. It's actually -16 frames. The weird thing about this is that she can also go down back 1+2 into down back 1+2 again. Yeah? So you think like, oh man, I cannot punish this because I'll get interrupted. Well, no, because the move is interruptible by -14 frames. So yeah, if I go for while standing 3, I'll get interrupted. But if I'll do my while standing 14 frame punisher, then I'll interrupt her. So every time you see her do this move, then you do a move that is faster than 15 frames. So I chose King over here, and I'm going to try to interrupt this with my hop kick, which is 15 frames, and you see we trade. So the move actually is interruptible only by 14 frame moves. So what I say your best option is to do a 13 or 14 frame move after your blocker snake edge, just because you punish both things. You punish the normal snake edge and you punish the follow-up. Why? Because it's both interruptible as it is punishable by -14 frame moves. So if I show you the two options here, then I'll get a punish even if she goes for the follow-up. We're ending this with Claudio because he has down 2-2, which is also a snake edge, and it's a really special one. So as you can hear, down 2-2 is a string, so down 2 only does this, down 2-2 is this move. If we do the move, down 2-2, and we block it, we're going to see whether it's punishable or not. So we punish it with while standing 1. Oh, that didn't punish because I didn't get the punish sign. Well, while standing 4 does punish it, and it's actually -11. So how do you deal with this? Well, first of all, is it a snake edge? So it does it, and you see, whoa, it doesn't launch me, so this is not a snake edge, right? Well, this is a snake edge, but he needs to have starburst for this. So if he hits certain moves, he gets starburst, and in starburst, oh, this will launch. Now, how do you deal with this? Because yeah, the move seems really fast. 2-2. Well, the thing is, it's not a natural combo, so you can block in between the 2 hits, like this, and then punish accordingly. The thing is, if you react to the first down 2, you'll not be able to react fast enough because the move is too fast, but you'll be able to block the second move, and then you'll be able to punish it. So that's the thing you do. If they have starburst and they try to throw out this move, you block the second hit and you punish it. Just something else you need to know, you cannot low parry the second hit, so you cannot react with a low parry after getting hit, and even after blocking it, you cannot low parry this. So you always need to punish it with while standing 4. To end, there are 2 characters without a snake edge, but they almost have a snake edge. Julia here has back 3-4, which looks like this, and it launches on the second hit. But now, as you saw, you can block this string between the second and between the first and the second hit. So if I try to punish it, if I try to punish the second hit, well, that didn't give me a punish because it doesn't say punish. So the thing is, it's not punishable. What do you do? Well, you can low parry this on hits. If you get hit by the first string, by the first hit, you can low parry this. So that's something you need to know. Well, the thing is, Julia players, when they see you low parry this, they are going to mix it up with while standing moves, because the move is actually pretty plus on block. So you need to like low parry, and then you might get hit by the mid, so that's a bit dangerous. Well, the move is actually a snake edge also for frames. So the first hit is just 27 frames, it's reactable. So you need to learn to react to this thing. Well, if I react to it, it's punishable with -13. Yeah, it's -13 frames. So whether she goes for the full thing or she goes just for one hit, you can always interrupt or punish it with a while standing 13 frame punisher. There are 2 sorts of characters with whom this will not work. You will need to use while standing 4. The first one is Heihachi, because his 14 frame punisher is too slow, and he doesn't have a good 13 frame punisher. The second one are guys like Kazuya with low range or on their while standing punisher. So Kazuya's twin pistons is 13 frames, and if I'll block this and I'll do my twin pistons, then she'll just be able to punish it. The second one is Lau's infamous Dragon Tail. It's down back 4, which is this move. He seems to have a stroke and drops down. And it's 26 frames. It's pretty fast, but it's not faster than like Miguel's Savage Snake Edge is also 26 frames. Asuka's Snake Edge is also 26, 27 frames. So it's fast, but it's not unreactable. Why is this not a Snake Edge? Well, it doesn't launch. So this seems to launch, but it actually doesn't do that. The only thing you're getting is down back 4-4. There was a time where they made the range of 3 + 4-4 bigger, and that meant that your Snake Edge actually was a snake edge, because now it's not a combo, but then it was a combo. They didn't do that on purpose, and 2 days or a week after it got patched and it got removed from the game. So this thing shouldn't launch, because online it would be really OP. Now, one thing you really have to do against Lau's Dragon Tail is get off the ground as quickly as possible. Why? Because if he goes for his Dragon Tail and he goes into forward 4, you see he floats you. So forward 4-3 actually launches you. This thing is really weird, and yeah, it's an off the ground thing, OTG. So I'll stay down, I'll do nothing, and then he floats me. If I hold back, I'll be able to get away from this. If I tech roll, I think I'll be able to block the second hit and punish. Yeah. This was a lot of stuff to take in. Tekken is a really hard game. Snake edges are a really cheesy move, and you kind of need to learn all of them just to beat green rank players because they will use snake edges. So I think this is a really great video to get you started at blocking snake edges, because you need to take a lot of snake edges to practice mode. What you will see is that snake edges have kind of the same animation, so from one to another you'll learn to be better at blocking that animation, and you'll be able to go online and see snake edges faster. So you don't need to do the same process 22 times over, because after a while you'll recognize the same thing in the animation of every character. So yeah, I hope you learned a lot in this video. If you have questions, if you know another snake edge, if you think I did something wrong, let me know in the comments. And yeah, just keep playing Tekken because it's a really fun game.